I think a lot of people, when they think about politics, in their minds are greatly overstating the degree to which they actually have, or even should have, political power. We're presented with a political problem, or challenge, or decision, or dilemma, and we think about what we would do if we were in charge, if we were king. What would we do if we were the dictator? What decision would we implement to this great challenge? But of course we're not, and nor should we be. In fact, we, I think, need to consider what percentage of the decision-making process we are actually entitled to contribute towards. What is the actual weight of our opinion? Now, I live in Britain. There are about 70 million people here, I guess, off the top of my head, and let's say, I don't know, there are 30 or 40 million voters, let's say 40 million. Well, that would mean that if all were fair and just, and if we all did have an equal say, then my opinion in this decision-making process is worth about 1/40 millionth of the decision, if you will. It's really not worth very much, nor should it be. That's the whole point of democracy, actually, is that none of us really have much power. We have the power that we're entitled to, and that isn't, nor should it be, very much. It's minuscule. And so I think it's really important to remind yourself of this. You are not the dictator, the king, the queen, the autocrat. You are a member of a democracy, and the larger that democracy is, the more people there are in your country, the more insignificant your political opinion actually is, and the less weight your vote should and does actually have. I think it's important to consider this and keep this in mind, mainly because political thinking tends to stress us all out quite a lot and make us deeply unhappy for the most part. Often it distracts us from the actual psychological issues that are driving our political thinking or preoccupations. And so being reminded of how politically powerless you are and should be is very, very important. And that's not to pretend that actually we do all have equal political power, but it is to say that were that the case, you wouldn't have very much. And so don't go around thinking you're the king or queen, making the big decision, the big monkey of the tribe. You get this, right? In political discussions, you hear this big monkey wading in as if he is the leader of the tribe and should make the decision. No,